my loves, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see in the title today, these are tips on how to get over an upper respiratory fast. So we're talking about eyes, nose, ears, and throat. We are going to hit them all, and if you hear baby in the background, I am sorry, he's up. So anyway, we're just gonna jump right into the video and get started. The first tip, if you watch my last video, it's gonna kind of cover some of the same herbs as it's gonna cover some of the same herbs as I did in that video, which is the 3 viral herbs. You should always take those, but then I add a couple more for upper respiratory, because you're looking at runny nose, and so you're gonna want something that's high in vitamin C, and you're gonna want something that can stop the mucus from draining. So I do add to the 3 that we talked about there, which was wormwood, milk thistle, dandelion. Then you're gonna add your elderberry and your mullein in the mix. And if I was you, I would put the elderberry and mullein second, because you want to double up on them as much as your body needs it to stop. So I would take enough of them, and whether that's encapsulated, some people, like to do the encapsulated, and if you normally do 3, go ahead and double up 6, 3 times a day until it stops. You just want it to dry up, basically. And so, or if you're gonna do your mix, you do your half teaspoon, and then you're gonna chase it back with water. In extreme cases, you can still add your 1 to 2 teaspoons of turpentine, 100% pure gum spirits for adults. For babies, I would do no more than 1 or 2 drops at night, because it does cause you to be sleepy. And of course for children over 5, maybe a half of a teaspoon or a 1/4 a teaspoon. That's the first tip. Is basically you're gonna get your herbs that will dry up the runny nose, upper respiratory. Usually it's watery eyes, runny nose, your ears, your throat. So we're gonna address them all. All right, and this one is really a big one, and this is the nose. You want to dry up the nose. You're going to use a tablespoon, well, I'll just say 1 part baking soda to a 1/3 part of sea salt into warm water, and you're going to mix that well until it's totally dissolve, and you're going to add 2 to 3 drops of that inside of your nostrils. And what this is going to do, this, when I tell you, this is like a powerhouse quick remedy. I mean, it's within minutes you'll notice a difference. It's going to open up your nostrils. It's going to dry out the sea salt, dries it out. The baking soda actually cleans as it goes down. You're going to see it eating up that mucus right away, So if you're taking the herbs, you got your herbs doing it, working at it from one direction and healing from one direction, and then the baking soda is like the cleaner. If you know baking soda, it is a cleaner. You put in your refrigerator, it cleans the air, the odors. Same way if you use it with your laundry, same way when you use it inside of your body. It is alkaline, so anything alkaline is always going to be have healing properties. So as it's going down, it's going to be getting all of that mucus, and the sea salt is going to be drying up, and you do that as much as necessary as you need. Anytime your nose starts to clog or get congested again, the mucus start coming, put a few more drops in it. I mean, it can last up to 4. I've seen it last 4 hours, every 4 hours, but if it only lasts every 2 hours for you, or every 30 minutes, do it that much. Each time you put it in, it will open it up, and each time you do it, it's gonna dry up more of that congestion and that whatever is back there, bacteria. That's what I'm looking for, the word. It's going to dry up and eat up that bacteria to, after a while, it's going to be all cleaned out. So that is tip number 2. For the nose, you're going to do the baking soda sea salt mixture, a few drops in each nostril. Let it drip back. It is safe to swallow, so go for it. Okay, we're going to address the eyes. The mixture we have for the eyes is basically sea salt and not sea salt, scratch that, baking soda and warm water. And basically you don't want to put as much baking soda as you did with the nose mixture, because you want that to be more potent, to where it is more effective for that. But with the eyes, you don't want it to be an irritant, so you're just going to add a little bit. And I don't know, the people always ask me dosages. I don't know. Maybe a fourth a teaspoon, eighth a teaspoon, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. That's a good. And you let that dissolve really well. You put that in your little dropper, and you're gonna just your syringe, and you're gonna just rinse your eyes as much as needed 4 to 5 times a day, and you will notice that all of that mucus or whatever was in there in your eyes, the red eye, pink eye, whatever it is, it will start to dry up, and within a few days you should be back to normal. And if you have all these symptoms, do them all. We're gonna just try to wipe it out, get it done. Like you said, you want to always jump on it at the earliest sign of infection. If you feel an itch, if it starts to run, get it early. Anytime you do it early, it's going to clear it out. So now for babies, you're going to add more water, maybe a 4th cup of water to 4th teaspoon of baking soda. And also I used this Similan, and it is wonderful to use in tandem. You can use the baking soda and then follow up after a minute with this, and it is a powerhouse remedy, especially for babies when they have that upper congestion, upper nasal respiratory congestion stuff that's going around. This is a homeopathic eye drop that has eye bright and a few other natural herbs that are just awesome for the eyes. That is our eye upper respiratory mixture, baking soda mixed with warm water into a syringe, and you're going to rinse as necessary. Now we're going to address the throat. We've already addressed the eyes, the nose. We're going to address the ears. And we've already addressed the nose and the eyes and the internal herbs, which pretty much helps them all. Okay, so for the ears, if you watch my baby's remedies, it's the same thing. If you find that you have an infection inside of your ears, they're hurting, you're gonna add peroxide. Peroxide will bubble up all that infection out. You let it sit for about 5 minutes in each ear, and then you're gonna put the oil, mullein leaf oil, inside of the ear and let it sit for about that much before you kind of let it drain out. It'll still be oil, but always follow up with the oil. You don't want to have any irritation from peroxide. I don't know if it gives it. I've never experienced irritation from peroxide, but I read somewhere that it could, and this is a remedy that is safe for babies too. It will get all that infection, bubble up all that infection, get it out within, 2 to 3 treatments, you should be good. I've known someone that done it one time and it pretty much healed it, 1 or 2 times. So, so that is the ear. You're going to do peroxide. You follow up with the mullein oil, and that is a quick and fast remedy for the ears. The throat, and this first throat one is upper and lower. Really, you can use it for both. At one point, long time ago, before I really got into herbs, and this was one of the experiences that I had that really pushed me into herbal remedies, because the doctors had no answer for the doctor that I was going to had no answer for the lung congestion that I had. So I turned to natural remedies to try to clear it up. I had it for months, and what they were doing was not helping. So I went and did this tea. Within about a couple of weeks, I was cleared of my bronchitis. So this herbal tea will help just pull up all of the extra mucus. Basically, I use turmeric, I use ginger, I did cayenne, I did all fresh. I did garlic, and I did add a little apple cider vinegar, or it might have been lemon. It might have been both. Yeah, I think it was lemon. Okay, so we'll do lemon. Anyway, I boiled this, and then I strained out and I used fresh ginger. I just cut it up. Fresh ginger, you can grate it in, you can cut it up, and then I did fresh garlic, and then I boiled that, and I think it was a lot of cayenne, because cayenne is gonna cause an immediate burn. So it might have been like maybe an 1/8 teaspoon or so of cayenne, and about a tablespoon of turmeric, and I let that boil good, and then I drank that, and when I tell you, immediately it was coming up, and it was soothing all of this. After I recorded this video, I saw on YouTube, one of the YouTube commercials, that 95% of the turmeric was found to have lead in it to increase the color and weight of it. So just be careful when you're looking for turmeric out there. I guess there's a lead situation, so I would just research any turmeric that I buy. Not only that, the baking soda and for the nose, that will also clean up your throat, because as you're swallowing that will eat up some of the bacteria that's on your throat that's causing that inflammation. And so that tea right there, you can drink that will pretty much restore and soothe your throat. And also the last one I didn't do, but buy some Ricola. I noticed that if there's a scratch or an itch, you can just suck on some of those cough drops, the Ricola cough drops, the one with the elderberry in it. It has, I think, elderberry. My husband bought them, and this was the first time I've ever had them. But they were, it had elderberry, lemon balm, and a few more herbs in it. That Ricola, that one right there, get that one, and you can just suck on those. They're made out of honey. And it just soothed that little itch that was there. It really just took it away. So, yeah, those are my tips, basically, to help get over an upper respiratory fast. These are tried and true. Like I said, these are safe for babies. Yeah, the same dosage, basically, that you use for yourself. You can lighten it up if you want to for the babies, add a little bit more water is what I mean by lighten it up if you want to. And you'll notice, even with my baby, I've used the baking soda, sea salt mixture, and immediately when he was, congested, put that in, opened it up immediately, was able to go back to sleep. So I hope these remedies blessed you. Thank you for watching this video, and if you tried some of these home remedies, or if you have some of your own that I've left out, please leave that in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember that you are beautiful, and I love you.